My name is Courtney Brewer, and I'm going to be talking to you about the benefits of reading for pleasure. How many of you read outside of school or work? Studies by Words Rated claim that over 50% of Americans have not read a book in the past year. I want to show you that reading is beneficial to not just your mental health, but also your physical health as well. This topic is especially important to me because I have seen the benefits of reading myself. I grew up in a house where we didn't read, and I didn't pick up a book leisurely until I was in high school. Everyone should read for pleasure because it can help strengthen your cognitive abilities, improve your memory, help you sleep better, and many other things I plan on going over. I will be discussing the benefits of establishing reading habits early in children, continuing to read leisurely into adulthood and what it can do for your health, as well as how to make time to read every day. To start, I want to talk about how important it is to read to your children as early as infancy. Reading to your children is detrimental to their development. Children's language and literacy skills do not begin when they enter school. Children who are read to at home before entering school have a higher vocabulary and tend to have more literacy development as well. Reading is an essential part of life, and developing good reading habits early not only creates a lifelong love of learning, but it can also help a child's imagination and creativity by exposing them to new things through reading. It can help a child develop empathy and build their emotional intelligence, as well as teach children to think critically. And as a parent, the best thing we can do for our children is to read to them to help them be successful in school and in their life. Children who are not read to at home are at a disadvantage. Because of this, it is commonly known now that screens and digital media have taken over just about every household. Often it is because parents are too busy to read to their children. But when you think about it, a picture book only takes about 10 to 15 minutes to read all the way through. And as a parent, that's a feasible amount of time to spend one-on-one with a child, and that fraction of time ends up meaning so much to your children. When we don't take the time to read to our children at home, it almost has a negative effect on them. We aren't preparing them as well for school and life if we don't read to them. And children who are not read to at home, again, before they enter school, often do not have the same vocabulary, critical thinking, and cognitive skills as the child who is read to every day. Now that I've talked to you about the importance of developing reading habits in young children, I'm going to go over the benefits of reading as an adult. As I stated before, I did not grow up in a home where reading was a priority. My love of reading didn't manifest until I was a sophomore in high school. I discovered the fantasy genre, and I never looked back. Reading for pleasure as an adult has so many benefits mentally and physically. It exercises your brain and stimulates the complex networks of signals in the brain. So the more you read, the stronger those signals become. It improves your focus. Being able to sit and read for an extended period of time helps you practice concentrating on one thing at a time, which in turn helps you focus more outside of reading. It improves your memory as well. Whenever you read, whether it be a fiction novel or non-fiction novel, you're absorbing and remembering a lot of information. So reading helps your brain learn how to store this new information for improved memory. It also improves your communication skills. Like with children, adults who read leisurely gain a larger vocabulary and increases our ability to empathize, which develops our ability to communicate effectively. And reading can also reduce stress. One of the biggest things that I've seen improvement on in my own life is that when I read, I am less stressed. And according to an article by Rizzolo, Zip, Simpkins, and Stiskal from Hall University, reading can reduce your blood pressure, regulate your heart rate, and improve feelings of psychological distress. Reading improves your mental health. So along with the benefits of reduced stress, reading also improves your overall mental health. In an article on Psychology Today, I read that being immersed in a story provides an escape from our physical surroundings. And although this doesn't sound like much, it gives us time to reflect and make sense of our own world. In this way, reading has been known to improve anxiety, depression, and grief. So by reading, we can also begin to understand ourselves and others, which ties into improving our empathetic abilities. And I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but I don't have time to read. Well, I'm about to tell you some different things you can do to integrate reading into your everyday life. Making the time for reading can be difficult in our busy adult lives. And here are a few ways that I found to help integrate it into my everyday life. The first thing I suggest is to always keep a book on you. I know what you're thinking, how can I keep a whole book on me all the time? This is where your phone comes in handy. Having an app on your phone where you can read ebooks is a great alternative to physical books. Speaking of ebooks, you could also go digital with books by listening to audiobooks, and even your local library will have audiobooks if you don't want to purchase them. Another great way to add reading to your routine is to have a designated area in your home to dedicate books, or a designated area in your home dedicated to books. For me, this is the front room of my house. I have all my books in a vicinity that I'm consistently in throughout the day. Adding reading into your routine can be as little as 5 minutes a day. The only thing you must tell yourself is one chapter at a time. Unless it's a book you don't like, then don't finish it. Life is too short to read books you don't enjoy. So after going over the simple ways to integrate reading into your life, I want to circle back and reiterate the key points of why reading is so good for you. Reading from an early age is critical to cognitive development, and even reading as we become older is simple exercise for your brain that we can implement easily every day. I am challenging you all to go out and pick up a book. Read something that interests you, or if you have children, read to them. I set a reading goal each year for myself, and I would love for you to do the same. Right now, my goal is 40 books, and I am nowhere near that, but I plan on catching up. And we, as people, can grow and develop because we decide to pick up a book and read it. Thank you.